My opponent for this commentary is going to be Deathrow with 1567 points and 213 wins and 116 losses. Hello everybody, I am PsyStarcraft and I have another wonderful matchup for you. This is going to be on Steps of War, and is it a ZVT, a ZVP, or a ZVZ? You guessed it, it is another ZVT, giving you a lot of ZVT lately. And, as a Zerg player, this is the matchup that most players have problems with, and so I think that's why I'm doing so many of them. ZVP is pretty straightforward. You don't ever hear a lot of people going, oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm not able to beat this Protoss, blah, 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 blah. So that's why I am showing you this ZVT. You saw from Deathrow's record and points that he is a very strong player. We actually played a series of games. This is game number 3, I believe. He beat me in game number 1. I'm going to be casting game number 2 as well because that was a good one. And this is game number 3, so this is going to be on steps. Let's just say I'm down 0-1, even though I'm kind of casting these out of order. But yeah, ZVT. Psy in the bottom left as the green Zerg, and Deathrow as the red Terran in the top right. And I told you about joining that team and all that good jazz. So this is why you're seeing like the custom colors and me playing the same person several times. Is because we're just kind of doing some practice games. It really helps you get better that way. So this is going to be a learning game for you guys. Hey, and my iPhone is now restoring iPhone music and videos. Okay, that's wonderful. You've been doing that for like 3 hours, you piece of trash. I'm gonna get tons of people flaming. Oh my god, Psy, iPhones suck. Droids are where it's at, man. If you have a droid, then you can do. Because droid does. Getting my spawning pool at 14, my gas at 15. Very, very standard. Very standard. Yeah. And sending in my drone scout around 14 food. Going to be extremely annoying and harass this SCV as much as I can. Now the drone is switching targets, even though I did not tell him to, you little rebellious piece of crap. Down to 8 life, couple SCVs pretty weak, 10 on one, 35 on another. And I've got an overlord over here watching for any kind of bunker play that he might be sending at me. And now doing the extractor trick, always fun. If they do choose to do a Reaper build, the extractor steal can slow that down significantly. And also if they're trying to get a couple geysers up fast for any Banshee play or some factory with Tech Lab play, Thor drop, anything like that, extractor steals are always nice, but right at this moment is when my iTunes popped up and I wasn't able to cancel that extractor, unfortunately. So that's kind of a shame. I won't be able to refresh it. iTunes, no! So what you would normally do is cancel it and then start it, cancel it, start it. 2 Marines cannot out DPS the production of an extractor. So a fun little fact for you guys. He would have to pull up 3 Marines to be able to kill this, or 2 Marines and an SCV probably. But of course all of that is null because my extractor did finish. Kind of a shame. Pulling off of gas now, 2 drones being pulled off, and gonna throw down my expansion. There goes that geyser. He's probably gonna take that any second now. Don't make me look bad, Deathrow. Don't you make me look bad. Factory now going up as well as a reactor, and look at this. I poke up with my link, see the factory, see the reactor. I know he's gonna be getting hellions. And it looks like he's not even going to get another gas, so that gas deal was worthless. You suck, Psy. Queen is on the field, refusing to inject. There we go, that bitch knows what's good for her. Roach Warren as well. Right when I saw that factory and reactor, let me spin around in my chair here and shift around a little bit. Right when I saw that factory and reactor, I immediately threw down a Roach Warren. And also, I'm getting a spine. I'm not going to leave it here because that's kind of a silly spot. I'm going to end up moving it about right here. And because my roaches probably won't be out before his hellions are created, I'm going to be blocking the ramp with some lings, maybe a queen, and my spine crawler will just poke away. Also going to place another spine right here just to protect my entire natural. It's a really low investment to secure your expansion drones to keep them safe, so it's worth it. It's kind of like the Artosis school of defending. If getting too many spines is going to mean you survive but waste a little bit of economy, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's better to do that than to get too few and lose the game. Artosis, man, he is notorious for just getting so many freaking spines. He'll just like lather it up like freaking chocolate on his nipples or something like that. Like, what's up, man? Not doing anything at all. That roach is going to go down. 2 more shots. There it goes. And Deathrow is doing a great job of focusing down those weak roaches, killing 2 more. And it's just ridiculous to see these roaches die to hellions, all because of one, retardedly placed spine penis right there. Getting another stab in. 3 kills on that spine. Deathrow just happily expanding, now running off of 2 geysers, and we see he is transitioning into a heavy barracks build. My Overlord was able to fly over and see that. And what does good against mass infantry? Mutas and Banelings. So that was what was on my mind right now. Do I have a second gas? Looks like I am running off 2 gas. Baneling nest going down. And we're going to see a muta, what's it called? Muta, yeah, a Mutaden, Aspire pretty soon. But I've been spending so much money on roaches. 6 roaches just to fend off these hellions. All because of this little bastard limey piece of cock gobblery. Move up, you swine. I've got this guy over here preventing any kind of run by on the right side. Lings just running into their deaths. These hellions being so darn annoying. How many kills do they have? 3, 1, 1, 2, 1. So the hero hellions must have died or something. Continuing to be very annoying. How many times am I going to call these hellions annoying? Every time I call them annoying, I lose a roach or something. Another stab by the spines. Losing control of my units. Losing another Ling. And he's just happily mining away. The cool thing about being Terran is you rely on your opponents to make mistakes. Like, you can't make a mistake as a Terran player just because they're so easy to play. So really, you're the one putting on pressure. Banshees, Hellions, Reapers. And then, you know, if they play solid, you have an even game. If they don't play solid, then you have the advantage no matter what. And that's a bitter Zerg player talking right now, so I'll just shut up right now. Luckily, almost everyone here is a Zerg player, so they're not going to flame me too much. Spire now going down. Tangent over. Running off 4 gas now just because I have that Spire. Going to need to fund that somehow. Poor saturation here. And again, that is a result of so many roaches I've had to produce. What did I lose? Like 5 or 6 roaches. I've got about 11 roaches here. Got a decent creep spread to my main, to my natural. And I'm trying to spread it outward as well. Centrifugal hooks being researched as well as some more Zerglings. And he's got just a nice variety of units here. SCVs coming in to repair the Hellions. Tanks just chilling here. Marines as well. So if I want my Mutas to be effective against this massive Terran force, I'm going to need some well-placed Banelings. And Burrow and Centrifugal hooks are going to be what help me do that. Just now moving these spines up, it's like I moved them at the worst time I could possibly move them. I wanted to move them earlier. If we look at my gas count, it's only at about 70 or so. Part of the reason is because I just made a lot of Banelings, but the main reason is because this was like an indirect eco-harass. That's what happens when you get attacked as a Zerg player, is you're forcing you to not make drones, which means you're gonna not make you're not gonna be making as many combat units overall, even though you're making them initially. And, you know, slow gas, slow lair, slow everything. Those Hellions were just extremely hurtful, really. Only getting about 2 Mutalisks. He could move out right now and do quite a bit of damage, it seems like. Checking for an expansion there. Still have not busted up these rocks. There go those roaches. And you can feel my position is just a little bit cramped compared to him. He's just had map control the entire game. Hellions doing a lot of damage around my front door, just being extremely pesky. And now he's just macroing up off of, what, 5 racks with 3 reactors on each of those, so he can build 6 Marines at a time and 2 Marauders. He can even pump out some tanks. I'm trying to be a little bit tricky and burrow some Banelings just out of line of sight of his sensor tower. If I can get a good unburrow, I might still be in this game. Only 2 Mutas at this point, though, so even if I kill all those Marines, I'm not going to be able to kill his force very fast. Coming in, doing some scouting with these Mutas, and those Marines are going to shoo him away. Very smart, not wasting a stim just on a couple of Mutas, so I like that play. Something you can do sometimes is maybe just, you know, send these Marines after the Mutas and just stim the first couple ones to try to get a couple pot shots in. So we are seeing him inch his way up with this menacing Terran force. A lot of Banelings, not too many Mutas at this point. And my objective here is to not let him get up here, because if he gets like up here, you know, it's a very nice position for him. He can funnel me up. So I'm trying to wait for his forces to unsiege and move in, and then I'm going to go in and micro the Banelings to his Marines and see what happens. If we look at the army tab, I'm actually ahead of him. That's surprising. That's extremely surprising. And now I do take this opportunity. I'm able to come at these tanks before they're able to siege. Just attack commanding with my roaches and my Mutalisks. I don't have anything down here to use. And I'm going to be moving my Banelings over here to his Marines. So we'll see what happens here. Forces having a nice little concave here. Baneling's now moving in, forcing his Marines to run around, and they're not shooting this whole time. My mutas are just kind of shooting away. But now he focuses down all my Banelings, or all my Banelings, while my Roaches just got toasted by the Marauders. And now my mutas are going to be cleaned up by his Marines. But he does back off. He doesn't realize that that was pretty much the brunt of my force. If we look at the army tab, it's now 114 to 78. So what have I done wrong this game so far? Why am I so behind? It's really all because of these Hellions. I didn't move that spine up. I had to get more Roaches, which meant less drones. More Roaches, which meant less mutas. Slower attack. And, I mean, if we look at my macro, it's so bad. 10 drones at my expansion. Oh my god, that is just so horrendous. 15 drones at my main. All because, you know, I was just mismanaging my units. Nice transfuses, though, on those mutas. Deathrow now picking up his third because mules are overpowered and he has tons of minerals. Wah, wah. Picking up my third as well. But still, the army differential is huge. Pooping down some creep tumors. Bitch, you did not help at all that game, or that fight. A couple of meters hanging out down by my mineral line. They think that they have to harass my own minerals, but I've tried to explain to them several times what harassing is. But they just don't listen. He's got a nicely positioned turret. I really like that. I think a lot of Terran players could set up a lot of proxy turrets like this, and it'll do them a lot of good. That Mutalisk not able to get away, but I am going to score a minor victory by killing that turret, killing that SCV, and hopefully killing the sensor tower. But he is moving out. Oh, he scans all my units that were burrowed right here. Great sense, playing it safe. I don't need a mule. I can just scan and win this game outright. Couple nice Baneling shots, but it's just not going to be enough. Deathrow moving up with this Marine, Marauder, Medic, Tank Force, and winning the game. Of course, this army is the counter to everything, except Broodlords. But that's going to be it, you guys. Just want to show you how one little thing, like this spine not moving up, can just kind of like snowball into this huge effect of not having mutas, not having Banelings, not having a quick third, not having a quick layer, and just having terrible macro altogether, just now saturating with these drones. So I hope you enjoyed it. Another game with Deathrow coming up tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.